Hello everyone and welcome back to Deshi 360. Welcome back to Deshi 360. You guys don't know how long I've been waiting to say that. Oh my goodness, it's been so long. Well, by the end of today's video, you guys will understand why I've been away for so long and basically what I've been up to. So today, I'm going to take you on a journey on how I converted my bedroom into a versatile YouTube studio for 200,000 naira. A lot went into this and I knew that I had to start from scratch because I literally ripped things apart and put them back together. Well, I didn't just do it because I wanted to throw money around. I actually did it as a solution to a problem that I've had for a while. And that problem is inconsistency. One of the major issues I've had on this channel is not being able to put content out on a regular and consistent basis. And I've struggled with this for so long. And in some of my other videos, you guys can see when I talked about it.
So I just been like procrastinating and waiting, looking for a space I could use that can call my own and everything. And like the other things I need to get a studio. I've been struggling so hard, right, like to find a space to use for my videos.
So my main issue has been not having a specific place to shoot and record my stuff. And moving from place to place just isn't it. At some point, I literally started shooting outside in the sun.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is outside, I'm outside.
It was a little fun while it lasted, but it was so stressful and ultimately not sustainable. So at this point, I'm going to take you guys on a journey of how I put all of this together and basically how much each thing cost me. The first thing that I needed to do was to fix the floor. I was considering different options but ultimately chose tiles. So what they did first was to actually take the door off its hinges and break the floor because they literally needed to mix the cement on the floor in order to lay the tiles.
So a major advantage that having tiles gives me is that it's so easy to clean. Imagine having to come in here with food and then some crumbs drop all over the place. I could just take a broom and sweep it up. It's a lot easier than using, say, a carpet. And yeah, another advantage of using tiles is that they do not retain heat. They are very cool and very comfortable, especially if you like want to walk around your space with just your feet. And it also helps with equipment. You know, most of these things are supposed to be stored in a cool, dry place. The tiles contribute to it being a very cool place. So that is why I chose this option.
So all the tiles cost me 30,000 naira. The 2 bags of cement I got was 6,000 naira. The tilers were paid 7,000 naira. So that came to 43,000 naira. I knew that I wanted to make this place a studio space. I need to plug lights everywhere. I need to plug my phone, plug my laptop, just have different options. So I needed more sockets and I also added more lights. So we needed to call an electrician. So he broke the wall, put the pipes in and laid the wires to make way for the new lights and also for the new sockets all over the room. So the electrical work cost me 9,150 naira. The next thing was painting, but we couldn't go straight into painting. We actually had to smoothen out the walls, fill out some cracks, just make everything nice and even. For the screening, I bought cement, Glover paint, and top bond. Yeah, top bond gum. I don't know, that actually helps with the texture. Smooth walls are very important, especially in your studio because they help for better sound control. Actually, that's a lie. But when it comes to sound control, what actually helps is furnishing the place with a lot of soft things. That actually helps to reduce the sound bouncing around and it cushions the sound well. That's why a lot of studios have sound panels and I might get some of that later on. So the screening cost me 14,000 naira. Once all of that was done, we could finally paint. I decided to go with white because I feel like white is a good base for other things. I still plan to do graffiti or make a mural on this wall. You guys should actually watch out for this. In the next few videos, I'm going to show you guys my first professional mural. Yeah, I was actually paid to do a mural in an office.
So white as the main color for this space was a very deliberate choice. I could actually change the color of the background by using some colored lights. I'll explain that in a different video. It also gives me the benefit of being able to rearrange this place. So no matter how I arrange, because it's white, that won't make it too obvious that it's the same space.
The painting cost me 18,000 naira. I decided to go with blinds for the windows instead of curtains because I just wanted something different. I still don't know how I feel about the blinds yet. I might change them eventually. Tell me what you think. It cost 5,000 naira each and that came down to 10,000 naira. So there you have it, guys. What it actually cost me to renovate the room itself was 85,250 naira, and that is without any of the extra stuff. Now let's get to the interesting part. Yeah, but before I continue this video, I know you guys have been eyeing my shirt. Ooh, unnecessary. I got this from Giddy Tees. You should actually check them out. They have some mad original designs. Check out their page on Instagram, Giddy Tees, and make a purchase today. I'm going to link the Instagram page in the description of this video. Patronize them actually, because they have some really good t-shirts and they provided me with some for free. So after the room was ready, the next step was actually making it become a studio. And in order to do that, I actually had to buy the different equipment that I needed. I already had some equipment like this video light that I'm using right now, but I had to get some other stuff. The first thing I bought was my reflector set. The set was 25,000 naira. The diffuser and reflectors actually cost 7,000 naira, but because of the stand, that's how the price went up. I also got myself the LED strip light for 5,000 naira from Jumia. Yeah, this is it right here. It comes in different colors. I can't find the remote right now. And for some of my best videos, I did some visual effects and I used the green screen for them. But the green backdrop I already had was rather limited because it's very narrow and I needed something bigger. So I went and I got myself another green screen. But this one is 10 by 10 feet. That cost me 7,000 naira. I decided to just put a curtain rack and put the green screen over there permanently, so I didn't have to buy the stand. That saved me some money and it's also practical. So the idea for this studio was always to have 2 dedicated walls. The white wall gives me options to rearrange and try different looks. But with the green, it gives me more than a million options for different backgrounds. I can literally be anywhere when I'm using this. The next thing I got was the Yongnuo LED lights. It's remote controlled, as you guys can see, off, on. I can also increase the intensity, reduce the intensity, and all of that from here. Oh, I might have messed up the settings I did now. I set everything before I went. This should be fine. That cost me 45,000 naira, and I'm like, yeah. It's crazy, it's crazy expensive for just one light. I was actually planning on buying 2 more lights, but after that price, I decided to just get 1. So for now, I just have the 2 lights, but I have my diffuser and my reflectors, and I'm just being creative with it. The next thing I got to make everywhere feel complete was a television. But you guys, on the way to the room, I don't know what happened. I was carrying the TV, I was just happy. This happened. I didn't even know how to feel because I had spent so much money, more money than I planned to spend. I didn't even know whether it made sense for me to pour more money into this. So I was just flustered. So someone actually heard what happened and decided to donate their old TV. I mean, the TV is a little faulty and I plan to fix it, but that's better than having to get a brand new television. The last thing I got was my table mic stand with the friction arm. This is basically so I can record myself on my table. That's pretty much where everything ended for now. But I still plan to get more stuff as I go along. But this is it. This is my studio, and I'm so happy I was able to do this. Thank God I had the savings in the first place. I also want to thank my family. Everybody was supportive when things were going around. The workers were literally going around the house, carrying stuff in and out. My dad was super supportive, my mom, everybody, and they made it possible, you know.
So at the end of the day, the total amount I spent on studio equipment was 155,000 naira. And when you add that to the renovation cost, which is 85,250, it all came down to 240,250 naira.
You know, so when all of this happened, I was in a really good place and I'm like, I've spent this amount of money, I've done all of this because I want to make YouTube content and I want to be consistent. And then all of a sudden, I got my call-up letter for NYSC. So for me, it was really, really, really bad timing. I did feel bad. I was low for a long time. But what I eventually used to pull myself back out of it was do what I do best, which is make content. So I just turned that energy around and decided that I was going to film my experience in that place. It did take a lot for me to make this happen. It took me trusting in the vision that I had. A lot of sacrifices were made. I literally don't have a wardrobe. I don't have any of my shelves or anything. I don't keep my clothes here. And that was a decision that I had to make because I needed the space. The reason why it was easy for me to make that decision is because I told myself, I don't want this to be a bedroom where I record my videos. I want it to be more like a studio where I sleep. So when I had that in mind, it was okay for me to leave the bed, but everything else had to go. So thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I would love to hear your thoughts and feedback in the comments. And subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Follow me on social media at tdishi. That is my handle on every platform that I use. And do not forget to go to the Instagram page of Giddy Tees and order a t-shirt today. For this video, I wasn't even sure which one to wear. Who unnecessary or my bank account is turning on you. Because it's like, it really applies to today's one. Because after I did all that spending, my bank account was really turning on you.
Oh yeah, before we go, aside all of this, I also do freelance. So if you want any video production, if you want me to help you set up a studio, if you want me to help you special effects, conduct an interview, to shoot a documentary, if you want any of that, DM me on Instagram. Your boy needs some work. After all this money, I need to make it back. But don't worry, my rates are affordable.